Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the Token King 3, the Boros deck that takes down opposing life totals with token men. We've got token generators as well as ways to boost our token men. To help out our cause, we're using a little bit of life gain as well as a powerful token duplicator. We're packing a sweeper that we can use to be selective and impact the opponent more than us. It's our only way of dealing with enemy men, but it's powerful and effective. Tokens are not just for blocking, let's get in there. We're playing the full set of authority of the Consuls. It's the enchantment that makes blocking so much harder for the opponent. Because any men they play out won't be able to block until their next turn, attacking is also a bit more complicated. As a bonus, we gain a life for every enemy that pops up on their side. Case of the Uneaten Feast is another life gain enchantment. This time we gain a life every time we have one of our men enter play. It can easily keep us in a tight game while we work on reducing an opposing life total. Once solved, we can sacrifice it to be able to play out men from our grave, but that's likely not a function we'll use all that much. We only have 4 cards in total that we could get back, and it's likely they won't all be in the grave at the same time. Song of Totentanz is an amazing card in this deck. With it we can generate multiple tokens and give all our men haste all in one blow. The downfall is the tokens we make can't block, but blocking is not something we're concerned about. We want to get in there as often as possible, and this song will let us do so. Not on My Watch is a very specific removal we use to eliminate enemy men coming in for damages. It's fantastic as it will exile the enemy, making sure it's gone for good and can't come back. Smell you later, bro, much later. The Hive is one of our token generators. It's relentless, giving us a token at the beginning of our turn until someone's head explodes. The mini robot overlords are artifacts, so they can dodge some removals from the opponent. These tokens are also not able to block, but we're focused on taking it to the opponent versus worrying about trying to block up. When we get 3 poison or more on the opponent, our toxic tokens will gain life link, which could be huge in battles where we're trading blows. Voice of Victory is a guy with Mobilize, so it will generate attacking tokens when we send it, and we love to send it. The bonus for the voice is that it prevents the opponent from playing any cards during our turns. Counter spells are shut down as well as instant speed removals. It's like the opponent has to play without the benefit of pants. And you know what we say about that. Caretaker's talent is a powerful tool for the token decks, and we make great use of it here. It's card draw once per turn when we generate a token, and for 1 white mana, we can make a copy of a token we have in play. The level 3 gives our token men a big boost in the pants, and we know they love that. Split Up is a powerful sweeper that we can leverage its board clearing effect to cripple the opponent and minimize our losses. With an authority, all the opponent's men will enter tapped, making their men vulnerable to our sweeper. Warleader's Call is a powerful enchantment. It pumps our men and hits the opponent right in the face every time we have men enter play on our side. It's a small effect, but it hits harder when we have multiples in play. Elspeth the Stormslayer is a token doubling machine that is a key piece in any token strategy. We get double the tokens with her in play regardless of what generates them. Double tokens from the Voice of Victory, double Hive tokens, and double the song for free. Her token generating ability is fantastic, but her 0 loyalty ability is game ending. If we've got a team of men in play, giving them all a stat boost, as well as flying might be enough to end the game in 1 or 2 turns. As a bonus, her -3 ability lets us snipe an enemy that's 3 mana or more. Clear out a big blocker? Yes, please. For lands, we're playing 3 Mirrex, the land that can generate a token, 2 Fountainport, the special land we can use to generate token men as well as treasures. We can also sacrifice a token to draw a card. It's a very versatile land, but playing too many can cripple our colored mana. For Fabled Passage, the land we can sacrifice to fetch out any basic we want. For Sunbillow Verge, the plains that becomes a duel when we have a plains or mountain in play. 3 Mountain, for plains, and 4 Dalkovan Encampment, the special land we can tap and pay 3 mana to generate a pair of token attackers when we swing in. Playing the deck is rather simple, as is with most aggro decks. Our early enchantments help set up our board, and our 2 drops come down early to begin to pressure the opponent. An early Hive can take it to the opponent with an endless stream of token men. Our 3 drops enhance our board position with stat boosts as well as card draw. If Elspeth comes down on a loaded board, her stat boosting ability that gives flying as well could end the game swiftly. Thanks to the Hive and token generating lands, we can keep making men even if the opponent hits us with a sweeper. The Song can be an excellent finisher. Use it to power out a full squad with just one card. And with a Warleader's Call in play, it's a boatload of pain. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Douglas. No, wait, it's Doug Gels. Rhymes with smells. Just thought you should know. We kick things off with a shuffler special. We have some early plays to hold us up while we wait for more lands. Keep your pants on. We'll start off with the encampment since it enters tapped. They play out a scry land and get to decide if they want their top card. It's not good enough apparently. This turn has to go to the Voice of Victory. If they can't snipe it, we're getting in for 3, which is some decent damages. Let's load up on our 1-mana enchantments before we swing in. This will gain us a couple of points, as well as make it more difficult for them to block. They play out a slasher, which would be a great blocker were it not for the fact it enters tapped. It's like showing up without pants, embarrassing. We can Song for 3 here, and that'll give us 3 additional damages, as well as a bit more life. Nothing wrong with extra damages, especially since the play on our next turn will be Elspeth. Damages, bro, damages. They play out a Sarah Paragon, but are they going to send in their slasher? Are their pants on? They decline to knock us down a peg or 2. They are thinking about the damages. This is an Elspeth turn. Let's play her out. We can boost our team, but we're still a couple points short of lethality. Let's make a pair of tokens instead, and we can set up for our next turn. We'll send in the rats, they can't block, and we only lose 1 to their slasher anyways. Get in there. That is something we didn't want to see. The lockdown is going to snag everything but Elspeth. We have to start from scratch, but at least we have a Warleader's Call. That means bigger tokens as well as a pair of damages just for having them enter play. We're still in this, and we have enough mana for our removal. They play a pixie. That's a neat, but it leaves a critical piece of our weaponry behind when they replay their lockdown. The Warleader's Call is still around to hit them in the face. I don't know if that was worth it. They come in and we see their tricks, and now they can see ours. They saved their guy, but we saved our Elspeth. That seems like a fine trade. All we got this turn is another whack to the face when we make a pair of tokens. It's sad, I know.
Ready arms!
A ritual chamber too? What is bro not packing in their deck? This is a play it because I got it deck. They send it, but this is a we want to kill you but not really kill you kind of move. It's a combination strategy much like their deck. We're not blocking anything in case they have a removal. We need at least one token when we start our turn.
Enough provocations!
The shuffler gives us a land, but that's okay. We've got Warleader's call, and we're on the phone with the damages department. We need pain, about 6 life points worth. And Elspeth, who has survived being hit, can give use 2 of it right away. The rest will come when we send it after we activate the encampment. GG's extra cheese. This one is a spicy cheddar. It's got a little kick. This is joke 0. When you don't want sugar with your jokes, you reach for joke 0. We get the dreaded 1-lander. We'd keep this, but we don't have white. Mull. Then we get a 4-lander with an authority, a hive, and a voice. This is fine. Keep. We'll ship one of the mountains. We really only need one in most games, while we do need multiples of white. Let's make them play by the rules of our authority. They have 0 plays through their first 2 turns. I'm not sure about that strategy, unless they're trying to confuse us. Let's go for the hive this turn. It goes through without a hitch. Their first play of the game is a heaped harvest. An artifact ramp. It's kind of smelling like synthesizer up in here. But we're leading the charge with mini robot overlords. We'll play out the voice this turn. Unless they have a way of dealing with it, that means no counter spells for them. We won't have anything to worry about. They are dead set on ramping towards something. While they're busy getting lands, we're going to be busy putting some poison on them. Even their lands are a sort of ramp. That's a lot of mana over there. We draw a Warleader's call, and we're going to be busy on the phone from here until Underverse come. The tokens we get from the voice will be extra pain. Even if they could play something that can block, the authority is not going to let them. They take care of the voice, but they are tapped out now, and we still have the Warleader's call.
I will put an end to this conflict.
They go for the draw option. It's GG's, they just don't know it yet.
Is vital to success.
We draw a land. The damages department wanted to be sure we got them this turn. Let's fire off our song and stomp. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to face. This is Banana Anna Nana Kitari. Which came first, the banana or the peel? We get a rather slow shuffler special, but we can operate with only 2 lands. Unless we draw an untapped land, we are going to be slower than usual. Keep your pants on. The opponent took a mull, so we do have a chance even with our slow hand. I like not popping our Fabled Passage until the end of the opponent's turn. That way they don't even know which color we're playing until after they make their play. We drew a Fountainport, and that will let us play out the Hive. Only our talent will be arriving later than scheduled. They throw down a clay bricks. It's not a card we see very often. The shuffler gives us another untapped land and we'll drop it. This will let us get our talent down this turn. They play out a snare. That might be the end of the Hive. No, wait, they take the talent instead. Oopsie poopsie bro. We draw a second Hive, and we'll play it out after we pop the passage for another land. That's a repurposing bay. They're going to try to out-synthesize us. We've got mini robot overlords that are going to be going in turn after turn, so I'm not sure how well their plan is going to work. A voice is fine. That'll stop any potential counter spells they might have. Getting them up to 3 poison is great since now our tokens will have life link. They have to think about this one. Getting a synthesizer now won't get them any robot overlords, and we're about to take them up to 7 poison, and they still don't have any blockers. An authority should seal the deal. Even if they get robot overlords, they'll be tapped, and we walk in for the final poison. They poop it and scoop it before the hits land. GG's. This is Buttix01, the leader in firmness technology. For extra pinch power, we get a 3-lander with a sweet curve out. Going first is extra gravy in the gravy boat. Keep. Buttix might be pinching one off right now. Let's give them a moment. Let's get the Hive down. So far everything is going according to plan. They play out a vault. Everyone is on an artifact kick lately. Rakdos Reanimata most likely. They also play out a Faithful. We can crack their Faithful with our split up, but we could also do so if they get anything out of their grave. Let's just get in there and save our ammo for a future turn. Keep those pants on. No need to hurry up and show them what we got. There it is, digging stuff up out of the grave. Some things simply won't stay dead. We'll snipe their big ugly. Sure, we take a hit, but I'm okay with that. Naturally, they don't block, but now we've gotten them up to 3 poison, and our little toxic men will be able to regain some of the life we've lost. They make the sacrifice play and fetch out Atraxa. They need more ammo, and that's a good way of getting a reload. On the bright side, they are mostly tapped out now. They hit us with duress, but that does nothing to what we have on board. Let's see what they take. The card is the Song. That's much too dangerous. We draw a second Hive, which would be excellent, but so would the talent. We can copy a token now, and then boost their stats next turn. Let's kick them in the face first, then we'll decide. We should go with the talent. We've got them down to 6 life, and unless they have a sweeper, we'll have them on our next attack. Duress is fine. They could make us toss our entire hand, and that won't make a difference. That is not a sweeper, bro. Try again. Try harder. You know they're in trouble when they don't even know what to do. They killed the wrong thing. File that away under oopsie poopsie. Let's take the talent to level 3 for that extra special life gain, then send it. 5 poison inbound, and they can only block 1. GG's, smell that cheese. This is Elfo, a Keebler elf. I'm sorry, the Girl Scouts took my money. We get a sketchy shuffler special this time around. We will have white mana, and a red for 1 turn if we need it. We do have a talent and a Warleader's call, so we can dial up pain if we draw a 3rd land. Keep your hopes up. We drew a second Mirrex, which is fine. We'll be able to play our stuff out, but we might have to decide on what we want to play out if we don't draw colored lands. They snipe our voice. We get a pair of map tokens for our trouble. We'll play out the Warleader's call. It's our only chance unless we draw a basic land. Plus, we can still play out the talent on our next turn. They're going for a forge. That could be a lot of trouble, especially since we currently have no way of hitting them for damages. We draw into a Hive and we'll play it out. It's a race to 20, and they've got a good head start on us. A talent for them will make sure they're drawing into more ammo, and with white mana available, they can make a copy of a forged token. The hits keep coming, but if we draw an authority, it'll stop the forged tokens. We draw a passage and we'll crack it right away. Let's grab a plains with it, and we can play out our talent and make a second token. If they were smart, they'd play Warleader's Call as well. That's damages upon damages. For some reason they play out a High Noon. I don't know if they've noticed, but we really don't need to play out a bunch of cards. Our engine is already going, we only need to poison them enough to get life link. No way, we drew an authority, that will be our play for the turn. A seal from existence, that could be bad. If they take the Hive, we might be done. They choose the authority instead. They fear losing their only source of damage. That might have been their mistake. We'll go ahead and make another token at the end of their turn. With 4 tokens able to attack, and we have a chance of taking the game. We've got so much firepower that all we need to do is send in our men. All they have is their forge, and we have a Not on My Watch to snipe their attacker. Let's see what else they've got. They don't go for any plays and go right to attacking in. Let's eliminate their token. What's the plan now, bro? They fire off a split up, but that was their spell for the turn. They might have been outdone by their own card. They fire off a removal, but we don't even need to attack at this point. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.